All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for jumping on. And if you're watching this on replay, let me know if you have any questions afterwards or anything like that. I'm super excited. We have Amber with us today, and I've asked her to come and talk to all of us about growing your business past your warm market. I know, as you start with LuLaRoe and you get pop-ups booked, and it's super exciting, and then you might get to a point where you just feel like you're kind of stuck, but I want you to know that you're never stuck. So Amber's going to talk through that today with us on how to continue to grow your business past just your family and friends. So I'm going to pass it on over to her, and then at the end we can open it up for any questions. And if you have questions as we go, feel free to type them in the chat as well.
Yeah, hi Ashley, thanks for having me. I think that sometimes as a new consultant, you can see consultants who are super experienced in this business doing well, and it's hard to think that they were ever in your place. But I don't think it's anything that where you start out and you're struggling and then you achieve a point where you're never going to have problems again. I actually think of this as more of a cycle. So in our business, we find that we have times where we feel stuck and we have to get innovative and we have to get creative and we have to try something completely new that's usually completely out of our comfort zone, something that totally scares me, to reach out and do something completely new. And we do it. We take a leap of faith and we try it. And then all of a sudden we're not anymore and doing well again. And then that goes on for a while. And then every once in a while you get complacent again. And then you reach another point in business where you feel like you're a little bit stuck again. So I do think it's a cycle. And I think every time it happens, you can't say, well, I was awesome 4 months ago, so why is this happening to me? This isn't happening to me. This isn't fair. And just kind of play the victim, because it's tempting to get in that role and just sit there and think this isn't fair. I was having 60-piece sales online a month ago and all of a sudden everyone's only buying 19 pieces. It must be something wrong with them, or it must be something wrong with the clothes. No, it's probably just that you need to get creative and you need to figure out how to reach some new customers. So one thing I want you guys to think about is that a new customer is always going to be more valuable for the growth of your business and for your daily sales than an addict. Okay, so what happens with most LuLaRoe customers, and I've chatted with most LuLaRoe customers. I have a lot of friends who started out almost 2 years ago when I started my business. They started out in love with LuLaRoe, and what happened was they just bought all the LuLaRoe, like indiscriminately. They all needed new wardrobes. Maybe you guys followed this same pattern. And so for the first 2-3 months, they were like my best customers because they were buying 10 pieces a sale, And then what happens is people aren't made of money. So they reach a point where their closets are full of LuLaRoe and they're maybe doing more trading, they're very picky, about the clothes that they're going to buy. And so they're not buying as much LuLaRoe from me anymore. They're still lurking in my page. They're still there. They're looking for something specific, maybe that one unicorn or that one thing that's going to match their perfect pair of leggings, but they're not buying 10 pieces of sale anymore. And so what you need when that happens, when your customers start to get a little less excited about daily purchases, you need fresh meat. You need new customers. You need to reach new people, right? And that's not necessarily other people's addicts either. So those buy, sell, trade pages that you find, you could put advertisements in there all day, but half the time, those people are all people who are either maxed out and just trading their inventory or, not ready for new inventory or just hunting for specific prints. So they're the kind that are going to come into your page, cruise around, see if you've got the, elephant leggings that they really want. And if you don't, they're going to leave or not follow your page anymore. So how do you build genuine relationships with people to get more people to shop with you both online and in person and to book parties with you? Because that's really where you're going to be doing the bulk of your sales, especially as this business grows. The first thing I would say is that no matter where you are in your business, don't be afraid to be generous. If you're hosting with a hostess and she's like real close to earning that 5th free item or that 2nd free item, don't be stingy. Don't, say, oh, well, you're $4 short or whatever. You owe me 50 cents or you owe me $4. Always round up, always be generous. Foster the reputation that you are a generous consultant. And I don't mean by be generous, I don't mean put everything on discount all the time. That's not what I mean. I just mean err on the side of generosity. So that might mean doing a fair amount of giveaways or just being really, really kind to your hostesses and always rounding up, really kind to the people you meet, giving, if somebody hasn't tried LuLaRoe, one of your friends is like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to try those leggings. Give them a free pair of leggings, right? I call leggings the gateway drug because you get them hooked on one pair and then they're always coming back for more. So never be afraid to be generous. The second thing is to always be booking parties at parties. This is something that when I first started my business, I was one of the first consultants in my area. So I kind of had a steady stream of interested people joining. And then it became really big and most people heard about LuLaRoe. And all of a sudden I realized people weren't coming to me asking for parties quite as easily anymore. I wasn't just having like people knocking down my door asking me to book parties because they all knew several consultants and maybe so they had all these choices all of a sudden. So one thing that I do now is I make it a personal goal to book at least 2 parties every party. Sometimes I shoot for 3. I usually come away with at least 1. And what I do is I'll bring a calendar, and I don't bring my actual calendar because my actual calendar is a hot mess of scribbles and highlighter and crossed out things. So I will just bring a printed out calendar that I take PicMonkey or one of those free editing sites, and I put smiley faces or little symbols on the days that I have available, and I X out the days that I don't have available. I don't even have to tell them why I don't have it available. Maybe I just want a day off so that Monday's not available, right? So I limit it to just like 10, 15 days in the whole month that I have available, and I write names next to the parties as they book, so they start looking more and more busy. Sometimes I even write pretend names next to certain dates, and then if that person really wants that day, oh, too bad that person took that date. I would have used it. I would go, well, let me see. You know, so you don't always have to be rigid with that, but you can make it look like you're busier than you are. And then offer incentives at those parties for people to book right then and there at that party. So what I do is I always have the little symbols I put on my calendar mean something. So like a smiley face will mean if you book right now, you get an extra free pair of leggings at your party. Or if you pick a silly face or whatever symbol I used, or a heart or something, that means you get an extra dress at your party. So I always make this the parties that I really want to book, like maybe like a Monday evening or something when somebody wouldn't normally book a party. I make those like bigger incentives to book. And then I also have that on my online page. So sometimes people just won't commit in that moment. And so what I've been doing is I've been saying, because I'll say, oh, well, this is my shop page, and I'll show them my card, and this is my header photo, and my shop page is called Shop LuLaRoe with Amber and Mike. And they're like, oh, yeah, great. I'll have to look you up on Facebook. Do you think they're actually going to look me up on Facebook when they get home? Probably not. When they get home, they're going to Google, oh, yeah, what was that company where I went to my friend's party? Oh, LuLaRoe, what? And they're going to Google it, and they're going to go with the first consultant that pops up in their area, right? So I want them to join my page right then and there. And so I tell them, oh, well, if you get out your phone right now and you search for it and I will message you with a $5 coupon that you can use in your first purchase with me. And that has worked. I think I've only had like 2 people actually say no to that. Every other person says, oh, well, let me find my phone. So that you're meeting people at parties that are brand new to LuLaRoe often. And maybe they didn't find what they loved at your party, but you told them, try on the Irma, see what size you are. Oh, you don't love any prints in small? Well, I have a whole new box of smalls coming in next Tuesday, and I've got a party online on Thursday. And if you join right now, I'll give you $5 off to spend on your first sale. So now you've retained that customer that's coming back to at least see you on Facebook. And they're not going to just disappear and forget who you are and go run off and shop with their friends instead. They might shop with other consultants, but they'll be coming back to you as well. So I love to offer incentives for booking, and I also love to offer to the people I meet to get them on my page right away and offer them a little treat just for coming to shop with me. If somebody comes to a party or buys something from me or maybe contacts me and it's their first purchase made with me, I'm generous in that I offer them, this is not online, in person, I offer them 10% off because it's their first purchase. So it's kind of like a little like positive experience the first time. So I say, oh, it's your first purchase with me? Awesome. Well, you get 10% off. And I also do 10% off if somebody buys 4 more items at my party. So that's like an incentive to buy more. But sometimes that first purchase, they don't buy as much because they're just hesitant with LuLaRoe. So they'll only buy 2. And I say, well, it's your first time. Well, I'll give you 10% off anyway. So that's part of like the being generous at the parties. When it comes to online and building your following and building your sales online, it's always trickier. It's always trickier because you're not having that face-to-face interaction. With online, you really need to figure out how you can take the community of your in-home sales and bring it online. And a lot of that, honestly, Facebook Live is becoming more and more necessary online because people have so many options to shop online. They are going to need to see your face and relate to you. And that's intimidating for a lot of people to get on live. I am terrified to get on live. I'll be honest. This is like nerve-wracking for me just being on this video. So I love bringing my husband in, or like bring your sister or your friend to bounce off of. My husband and I did a live last week, and I told him, like, interrupt me a lot. Like, make me able to bounce off of you and almost like not get mad at you, but let us like kind of riff back and forth a little bit, because it'll give us something interesting to talk about. So if I'm telling a story and I say, oh, it was Tuesday, like interrupt me, tell me, no, I think it was Wednesday, you know, just so we can have something to like converse about. And that doing it that way has been some of our best lives and has helped us connect with customers. The other thing that I think is going to become more and more necessary as Facebook tries to shut LuLaRoe down, I think they just change their algorithms constantly, is paid advertising. A little $20 here, $20 there, but constantly advertising little things, especially whenever you do a giveaway or have some kind of actionable thing that people can do. So maybe your advert is like, click here to join type of advert, or click here to enter a giveaway, or I'm having a sale this Friday. And not just like, hey, I exist, but something actionable that people can do in response to the ad. The more little ads you run like that, the more you're going to reach people who may just be scrolling down their Facebook wall and not know what LuLaRoe is and see your ad and say, what's this? You know, and come on over. So let's see.
She just sent it to our leadership.
What was that? Oh, just an interruption. Okay. The other thing is, and this probably goes without saying, but now that you are a LuLaRoe consultant, you need to be wearing LuLaRoe everywhere. If you ever see Deanne on a video or in just real life, you will never see her not wearing LuLaRoe. In fact, she's always wearing 3 pieces of LuLaRoe, I believe, or more at any given time. So she doesn't just throw on a sweat over her Irma. She will throw on a Sarah or a Lindsay. So it's always LuLaRoe. Even if you think, oh, I'm just going to the drive-through carpool lane, or I'm just going to go through Taco Bell, or I'm just going to, you know, quick run to return something at the library, those little errands, I almost always run into someone when I'm planning not to. And that can be an opportunity for somebody to say, oh my gosh, I really like your leggings, or I love your cardigan. Where'd you get that? You know, and so if you go out and you're just wearing like jeans and an oversized sweatshirt and your hair's up in a bun, you've missed that opportunity to advertise your business just very naturally. And part of that is wearing LuLaRoe well. So you don't want to go out of the house wearing like leggings with holes in them, or a shirt that, you know, you've worn so much that it's like falling apart at the seams, or something that's all, you know, ratted up or something. You want to go out wearing an outfit that looks cute. Even if I usually just have some go-tos, like I have solid leggings and Carly's that I will throw on in desperation, like, ugh, I'm in my yoga pants, so quick, throw on a Carly and leggings and get out of the house. And I think part of that too, if you can get up in the morning and just get in the habit of just getting your hair combed, putting on a little lip gloss, and getting on some LuLaRoe, then you're going to be set, and you don't have to freak out like, oh, I'm late for school pickup and I have to get some LuLaRoe on so that I can look presentable. I think just get in the habit, do it every morning, because you'll come across the craziest situations, guys, where you can advertise your business. Like I was pushing my kid on a swing in the park, and some mom came over and said, I love your shirt. Where'd you get it? You know, I was like, I used Taco Bell as an example because that was the most ridiculous example, I think, where I pulled up to the Taco Bell drive-through, you know, drive-through of shame, where I've like ordered all this crappy food to eat after a pop-up. And the woman like sticks her head out. She's like, where'd you get those leggings? And I was like, oh, actually I sell them. And I just come from a pop-up, so I like opened up my suitcase and I handed her a free pair of leggings. Same thing happened to me when I was getting my toenails painted, where she was, you know, very intimate with my feet, painting my toenails. And so she got a good look at my legs and my leggings, and she's like, those are really cute, you know? And had I chosen not to wear leggings that day, I totally would have missed that opportunity. Overall, guys, the more that you are willing to innovate and try new things and talk to other consultants and ask them what they do, the more ideas you're going to have, and the more you're going to be able to push outside your box and not get stuck. Because when I start talking to other consultants and I say, I'm stuck, you know, I feel stuck, they'll say, well, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Or I did this last week. I did this kind of sale last week. And I'll say, well, no, I haven't tried that. And so now I've got like 8 new ideas to try, boom, 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 in a row. And those 8 things should each earn me like, what, 3 new customers, right? I make it a personal goal to add 10 to 20 new customers to my VIP page that I have personally met or connected with in some way weekly. And that helps. You can make your own goal. Mine's 10 to 20, because I feel like if you have 10 new people shopping every week, and even if those 10 new people are buying 1 to 2 things a week, I mean, that's 20 new pieces that you've sold at an online sale. And that's 10 new girls that might book a party with you. And those 10 people might each invite 5 friends. And now you've got 50 new customers. And you should eventually reach a place where you're rarely booking parties with your friends. I think out of my last probably 20 parties, maybe 3 or 4 of those people were people that I knew in some capacity before LuLaRoe. And all the rest of the 15, 16 people were people that I had met through other parties or online or just at the grocery store, So don't be afraid to get out of your box, try new things, and just make those personal connections. One person at a time is going to build your business way better than jumping into any kind of like preset addict page and saying, hey, come shop my sale today. They're not going to know who you are. They're not going to care. They're going to cruise for unicorns and then they're going to leave. So did you have anything else that you wanted me to cover, Ashley, or questions?
So first of all, I'm at Courtney's house because I was doing work down here today, and the closest thing to me was Sage's little notebook, so I hope she doesn't hate me. I pulled out a couple of sheets. I'm like frantically taking notes over here. But I love all of these ideas. You guys, she shared some mega ideas on how to basically not only increase your touch on new people, but get them incentivized to buy more than just one thing. I love that. What you said about 10% off of 4 or more, if you purchase 4 or more items, that's so awesome. Can you touch a little bit just because I know we will have a lot of new people that are watching this as well. Online, we stick to MAP pricing. There is still ways to connect with customers and, spoil them through online as well. But can you touch a little bit on MAP pricing with onlines and how to still offer incentives there as opposed to what you can do it in homes?
Yeah, I am really not a fan of the whole PM me for discounts thing. I know that there's emails that you can set up to just auto reply to everyone and I just feel like that's not super personal. It's very impersonal. I personally never offer discounts online. I do offer free shipping. That's something that my team is all over the board with. Some people don't offer free shipping. Some people use it as an extra incentive, like free shipping this Thursday only. It's something that we always did since the beginning. And so now I feel like it's our thing and people know us for it. And so it's hard to take it away. So if you do offer free shipping, know that you might be stuck offering free shipping for life, unless you're willing to, disappoint a few customers which you can. If you start, I would suggest actually starting not offering free shipping and doing the $3 for one thing and free for more than $100 spent or more than 4 items or whatever you want to set it as, because that does give you some opportunity to add free shipping as an extra fun incentive. And I think most customers aren't upset at $3 shipping. That's pretty fair. But in homes, so there is a rule about, this is something else I wanted to just touch on quick. So there's been a lot of discussion about what's legal to do in terms of giveaways. And on a national, not just LuLaRoe, but actual per law, you're not ever supposed to make a giveaway contingent on a purchase. So you can't say buy something tonight and be entered to win this. That's not okay, apparently, per law. It's also not okay to give away less than an item is worth online, I've learned. So if you have a drawing for a $5 gift card, that's actually not allowed per law. You have to make it a minimum of $25. So that's kind of what we do, because that's the equivalent of a pair of leggings. So we do a $25 gift card. And that's just really red tape with laws and online giveaways. In home, you can, though, give people gifts. That's not contingent upon them entering anything. It's just a complete gift. So that's why I do the $5. Join my page right now. I'll send you a $5 coupon kind of thing at in-homes. Or I actually physically print coupons. I've started messaging them just so I can keep track of who they are. So when they make their first purchase, or if they message me later and say I have a pair of Hole-in leggings, I always message them. I say, nice to meet you at Katie's party. Here's $5 to spend with me on your first purchase. Thanks for shopping today. So I have this copy paste thing that I put in there, and I say, I'm going to message you right now with this message for $5. Then later when they message me, I can say, oh yeah, I met them at Katie's party, because I can see our chat history. But yeah, anytime you can hand out coupons, or you can even slip coupons into their bags, little things like that. But I never, ever, ever want to, devalue our product by ever saying like, this is cheaper today, if that makes sense. If you're ever sending a message saying, I need to discount this today, or this is going to be cheaper today, rather than just like, here's a gift for you that's $5 off your next purchase in general. And I'm not just like trying to move product, but I'm actually like giving you a perk because I like you and you're a good customer. Does that make sense? That two different like intents and ways of transferring discounts. Yeah, and I forgot your initial question. You said versus online versus in-home. How did you phrase that? Because there was something else I was going to say and I totally forgot.
No, so it was basically how you still spoil people online, and, you know, gift them, or, you know, make them feel, basically make that personal connections that you can make it in homes legally. How do you bring that over online if you're building that market as well?
Yeah, so I would say gifts. So gifts that you issue them through an in-person transaction or randomly put in their package that doesn't depend on that sale that night. Like tonight, everything's $10 off. No, you wouldn't do that. You would just randomly put like a $5 or a whatever gift card in their bag and say, since you're a valued customer, you know, I wanted you to have this for next time. That's always going to go further too than just kind of a mass market, like everybody gets a discount. Nobody's special. Nobody's important. You know what I mean? I, as a customer, would feel way more valued receiving like a sweet little gift in my bag than I would just saying, oh, this consultant over here is having a sale that I'm going to go shop. You can also make them feel special through nice packaging, we sometimes put candy or things in our bag. I know customers are torn on that. Some of them don't want candy and they're like, what's all this candy? But you know, stickers, you can put little things in your bag that are uniquely you. And then at in-homes, we sometimes do little grab bags or little fun, you know, just things that you get with any purchase or just for showing up. One thing that you can do too, if you feel like your market's gone stale, or if you feel like you just can't reach the people that you should be reaching with because Facebook is so limited, you can sign up for a text service that will text blast all of your people. I can't remember the name. It's called Text something. Like it's very obvious.
Yeah, I have it. I was talking to Brittany about it.
Uh-huh.
You guys, I'll post that on Ellie's for us once we remember what it is. But tell me your experience. Yeah.
I haven't used it yet. We're actually signing up for it this week, but I've heard great things from other consultants because it's a great way to reach every single one of your customers, and the customers themselves have to opt into that text alert system. So you would post a graphic, for instance, on your VIP or bring it to your in-homes that says text, you know, this number, or text I love leggings to this number to receive alerts and updates. And so then you can instantly text all of your customers, and you obviously would not want to abuse it. But you could say like, it's my 30th birthday. You know, this code is a $5 gift card or something like that. So it's not just like things are on sale this week, but making them feel special as being one of your customers and kind of being in the loop with your text blast, if that makes sense. You can also just straight up inform them that there's a sale happening tonight, because I think Facebook eats everything and doesn't get it out to people. So you can say something like, tonight we're going live with Carly's or Nicole dresses or outfits or whatever it is that you're going to go live with. Or tonight we're offering the brand new Amelia dress is, you know, being added to our inventory and we're adding it tonight. Stuff like that you can send out through those text blasts. So that's something that, yeah, I've definitely heard good things from other consultants, but haven't tried personally. It's actually on my list of innovative new things to do this year. So that's where the more you talk to other consultants and see what they're doing, the more that you're going to get some fabulous ideas to innovate.
So I have to say, there's two things. I'm going to kudo Amber for a minute. It doesn't do anything for me. It's just seriously my personal opinion. Well, two things that I absolutely love about Amber is, number one, she is never afraid to look out to others who are doing it successfully and ask what they are doing, okay, and then emulate that. But by emulating that, one thing that constantly runs through her business and her interactions in whatever she's doing, whether it's with her team, with her customers, whatever it may be, she always, always, always keeps it personal. Okay, always. In her Facebook posts, even on her personal page, follow her. If you're not friends with her, follow her, because She also doesn't blast her LuLaRoe business. That's not who Amber is. You know, LuLaRoe is a part of Amber, but Amber isn't just LuLaRoe. So you'll see she shares goofy stories about her kids. Like, she shares her life with people. So she gets vulnerable, and that makes people feel connected to you. So I'm just putting that out there. You guys kind of just watch her. She's one to watch. Okay. She knows what she's doing.
That doesn't come easy, or, you know, to me, is being vulnerable or being, you know, telling people about my life or my family. I actually sit there in fear that I'm going to be stalked, or that, you know, if I don't like put my address out there. Every time I use my kids, I feel like I'm using them, kind of thing. So yeah, that was definitely something where I came to a place where I felt stuck, and I felt like I needed more interaction and vulnerability with my customers. And so I would challenge myself. Okay, I'm going to get on live and I'm going to tell people a story, or I'm going to post a picture that I really don't feel like posting because it's personal. But doing those kind of things, going outside your comfort zone, definitely going to have big rewards for sure.
Awesome. Love it. Okay. There's a question over here, and I think it's based on the legality issue here. It was just, what about free shipping if you buy a Sarah, for example? So like, that would kind of be contingent on what you're purchasing, as a special occasion, and not like your constant policy and procedure of, okay, you know, this is what it is. But if you're offering it as an additional incentive on top of a purchase tied to it, do you know by chance if that's...
You know, I have girls on my team who are like way more on top of the legal stuff than I am. Okay. And so I always go to them for advice. I know, like Kimberly Casimir, for instance, is always just on top of knowing what the legal stuff is. My guess would be with free shipping, it would be different because it's not an expected or necessary charge. So it would be something like, it wouldn't be discounting the product, since it's not part of the product cost. It's just kind of an extra service that you offer. That's my guess, though. And so I'm not 100% sure that that's right. So my advice would be ask around, ask as many people as you know, and see who's really studied the law on that, because then you'll know. I just haven't heard any issues with the free shipping, so I'm guessing it's probably fine.
Okay, perfect.
Not exactly hitting the mark on that, but...
Well, and that's my thing too, is, you know, you guys, you know, right and wrong. And if you're questioning it, ask the question, for one, if you feel like you need to. But if you're really strongly feeling one way, but you're like, but I haven't seen it written, go with your gut.
My thing is, if it feels like cheating, it usually is.
Yeah.
So if you feel like, oh, this is really giving me advantage over all the other consultants, it's probably not okay. Kind of that gut feeling that, you know, if you're discounting things all the time, underselling, you're really undermining other people's full profit businesses and trying to lure their customers over to you by the virtue of you having cheaper prices. So I think that's where the difference comes into play with advertising those, like, we're having $10 off tonight, or advertising those things, versus making actual connections with people, and then, because they're great shoppers, rewarding them occasionally, you know, not all the time, but occasionally, with a coupon or something in their package. I do the buy 10 get one free punch cards too, which I'm pretty sure are legal because they were suggested by home office in the beginning. They actually have the templates back there, so that's something that you can do if you don't already. Do it on your business card. Yep, she's got one right there. Melissa's got one. So definitely everyone should be doing that, because I feel like that's something that's just the basics of how we operate our business, is we give free clothes away, you know, every once in a while to people who come shop with us. So
can you tell, because I've had a lot of people ask the question of, okay, the buy 10 get one free thing. Mm-hmm. So since you actually use the punch cards, how do people redeem those? Do they mail them to you? How do you do that?
Some people will alert their customers when they've hit 10. So I don't know. They keep a spreadsheet, or they just count, or something. That must be extra work. But they will alert their customers and make sure that every customer who's bought 10 gets that free item, because they just really want to connect with that customer and reward them. I personally leave it up to the customer to tell me when they've hit 10. I feel like those customers who really care about that incentive then will use it. Whereas those who, for instance, I buy coffee from a local coffee shop, and they have 10 they have a 10 punch card, and they always ask me if I want to punch, and I say no, because I just really want to support them with my business, and I have the money to spend on coffee, and it's one of the things I've budgeted for. So I'm like, no, I really don't need a free coffee every 10. Like, it's crazy, but some women will feel that way about clothes, and they may even be offended if you insist they take a free one, because that maybe money just isn't a thing for them, and they want to support you and your business. It's hard to believe that, but there are people out there like that. So I leave it up to them, and I know that those women who that's a big deal, that free item, they will keep track of it. And they come to me. And sometimes they'll come to me and say, I think I have 10. Could you check? And then I will just check for them. Otherwise, I have them online. I just have them sign their cards that are involved with the date, so they can't reuse it in a different, free item. And then they just send me a picture, and then we call it good. Or if it's an in-home, they will just hand me the cards. If they say, oh, I think I have 3 punches at home, I'll say, well, let me look it up. And then I'll just make a note somewhere, that they did trade those punches in. So that it's rare for customers to fill out more than like 2 to 3 cards in their, time shopping with me. Those customers who do spend a lot, sometimes they don't even keep track of their cards. So,
that's what I found too, to be honest. That's definitely, yeah.
There are, I know a couple people will use online, in like an app or something. So their customers sign up for this app, and then they can keep track right on their app. And I think there's also a way to like blast people through the app with, sales that they're having, or like a special discount or something. But I don't know what the app is called. I just know that it exists. So I bet if you Google it, if you're looking for, a more automated way to do it.
Awesome. Love it. Anybody else have any questions that have come up? Or honestly, take any time you can get with Amber. If you have a question and want her opinion on something, now would be a great time to ask it. She is actually sitting in her hotel room at Leadership in California right now, and has taken time out for us, which is awesome. What'd you say?
And I'll probably have more exciting stuff to share next week.
Right? Yes. So any other questions? Anybody that wants to ask anything, feel free to unmute yourself and ask away. Otherwise, we're going to let her get back to her festivities.
I like, Melissa, what you said. If someone buys 10 things, they're a good customer and probably aren't going to rip you off.
Yeah.
I like that, because that is so true. I feel like my girls who diligently keep track of their punch cards, like I know them by name. I probably know their children's names. I've met them 5 or 6 times. Like, they are regulars. So yeah.
Okay.
Well,
hello. Go ahead.
Sorry, it's Allie. So no, I just wanted to kind of second that, like the people who because I put the buy 10 get 1 free on my business card, and I find that the people who like actually use it, I know them like because they're either local or they just buy a ton from me, and so like I trust them, so I pretty much don't even check it because I know that they're around that, so I know that they're not going to cheat me on it. So that's kind of a good thing about it. And then, like Amber said, like there's some people who just buy a ton and they don't care and they don't keep track, and I don't remind them because if they want to support me, then fantastic.
Yes, I tend to check. I say, oh, let me check on the numbers. Oh, I think you have 10 for sure, because I'm not going back through all my old invoices. So
for me, that's kind of one of those things in your business that you're going to have times where you realize that, yes, your time is valuable and where do you want to spend it, So yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Allie. Anybody else? Any questions at all? Jessica, are you typing? No? Okay. I'm making sure. All right. Well, Amber, thank you so much for doing this for us. And you guys, if you are not already in her group page, there is a post that Courtney put up on Ellie's. It's kind of a how we do things here on how to join LuLaBirds. We encourage all of you to read that, watch that, and then we can add you to the Birds page because there's a ton of information there for you as well. So thank you so much. Have fun. I'm super jealous I'm not with you.
Thanks, Ashley.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.